You're really strong. Now you can defeat Cell, right? I don't think I can beat him yet. I can't. Huh? With these augmented muscles, even though I'm stronger, I'm also slower. No matter how strong I am, if I can't hit him, it's useless, right? Besides, I'd waste too much energy. A regular Super Saiyan has a better balance between speed and strength. This I already understand. From now on, all of the time except while we sleep, we'll be Super Saiyan, and we'll get used to it until this constitutes our normal state. I'll start with trying to eliminate the nervousness we feel we're in a Super Saiyan state. Then we'll start again with the most basic training. It may seem like a waste of time, but I think it's for the best. Okay. What is up guys, Blackscape here, and I'm making another video about the Super Saiyans and the Super Saiyan Legendary Super Saiyan, in another video that I really didn't think I needed to make, but we finally have the information on the Legendary Super Saiyan transformation and how canonical it actually is. What is the difference between Legendary Super Saiyan like Broly and a Berserker like Kale? Got all the information for you guys in today's video, but if you already know what it is, if you already know what the differences are, let me know in the comment section below and watch till the end, see if you guys got it right. As always, huge shout out to the Black Squad. You guys are awesome for liking, commenting, and just supporting the video through being here and interacting with my channel. Thank you guys so much. Let's begin. So majority of the people who are Dragon Ball fans are confused on what the difference is between the Legendary Super Saiyan and the Berserker, which the Legendary Super Saiyan being Broly and the Berserker being Kale. What is the difference between these two transformations and why are they so similar, to the point that even Sparking Zero puts them together because they are so similar? And is the Legendary Super Saiyan an actual transformation? Is it a legit transformation? Is it something that it is canon? Well, today I have all your answers for these questions because these are valid questions to have, especially with the material that we're dealing with the fact that Broly just went into his Super Saiyan transformation, or his quote-unquote controlled transformation, and is able to not go Berserk anymore, or at least go Berserker at will. First and foremost, what is the Legendary Super Saiyan? The Legendary Super Saiyan is the fabled transformation spoken of in Saiyan history and utilized by the previous Super Saiyan who appeared 1,000 years ago. The Legendary Super Saiyan is in fact the Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan God forms from the Yamoshi legend. If you guys don't know what the Yamoshi legend is, it is a legend that was created by Akira Toriyama during an interview. And yeah, he kind of describes exactly what Yamoshi is, giving us the information as to the first Legendary Super Saiyan, or at least the last Legendary Super Saiyan, and how he was the first Saiyan that had a righteous heart. He was the first one to go into that Super Saiyan transformation and ultimately go into Super Saiyan God. And now his spirit wanders the universe waiting for the next righteous Saiyans to create the Super Saiyan God, which is exactly what happened in Dragon Ball Super. But why was Broly called the Legendary Super Saiyan? He was called the Legendary Super Saiyan because of his transformation. It has immense power. It is a form that is in love with destruction and slaughter, and just at the time was the strongest Super Saiyan transformation. But that is old Broly. What about new Broly? Because new Broly is not like the crazed, battle-hungry Broly that we've seen in the past. This new Broly, when he loses control and goes berserk on everyone, but it's not like he's got a bloodlust or loves it or is sadistic like the old Broly. Now, the reason I showed you that little part of the manga that showed Goku explaining the little beefed up version of his Super Saiyan transformation, the one that Vegeta is able to use as Super Vegeta and Trunks tries to use against Cell, is because that instance shows you that every single Saiyan has the capabilities of going into almost like a pseudo Legendary Super Saiyan state. They all can kind of do it, but they just limit themselves in speed. The thing that is the difference between a normal Super Saiyan and the legendary one is the fact that Broly is not inhibited by speed whatsoever. He can hit his targets. So evolutionary wise, Broly is actually at the higher end when it comes to Super Saiyans because he can use the strongest version of a Super Saiyan and use the speed. The only problem is that he also loses his mind, but that's not something that's just with Broly's transformation. That's something that happens to all Saiyans if they increase their power enough. Like Beast Gohan, who if he increases his power too much, he will also go berserk. So the reason that Broly's transformation is called Legendary Super Saiyan, and the reason why Kale is called Berserker, is the difference in culture. Because the cultures in both these Saiyan families, in both these Saiyan clans, in both these Saiyan planets, is completely different than each other. Whereas in the Universe 7 mythos, the Saiyans are prideful. They are the ones conquering the universe, and so someone like the legendary Super Saiyan, the one that transforms into a Saiyan in the past 1,000 years, that guy is the pinnacle of all Saiyans. He is the strongest, and with Broly having this transformation, that is why he is deemed the legendary Super Saiyan, and that is why his transformation is the legendary Super Saiyan state. While in Universe 6, they do talk about the legendary Super Saiyan, but not in such kind words. When Kale finally loses control and lets everything go to face off against Frieza, this is what happens. For real, what's wrong with Kale? No, it couldn't be. Maybe Kale is the legendary Super Saiyan. The legendary Saiyan? You mean that demonic Saiyan that only shows up once every 1,000 years? Once they awaken, it's all over. Their power keeps growing and they rampage until they basically self-destruct. Self-destruct? You're telling me Kale's gonna die? Hey, snap out of it, Kale. Come back to us. We just need to stop her before that happens. You see, the society in Universe 6, the Saiyan Society, is nothing like Universe 7. They're righteous. They don't have any tails. They don't have any need to destroy. They don't have no need for combat, really. They have no need for conquering. And so someone like Broly or Kale comes around, it makes sense why the ancestors call them demonic Saiyans. And at the same time, pass that down generations, that every 1,000 years a demonic Saiyan would come and eventually kill itself with its hatred, with its rampaging. So to clarify everything, I'm going to use one of the best graphs that I've seen to divvy up exactly what Saiyans are. So this is the best graph that I have found that really explains the Saiyan forms. It's just so perfectly created, especially the branches for me. And I've looked at a lot of these. I did not make this. NCJ made this. Big shout out to them. This is Base Saiyan. Goes into Super Saiyan. The Super Saiyan has two different paths to go on. Or the Saiyan has two different paths to go on when it comes to granting more power. They can either go this path right here or this path right here. This is a normal Saiyan path, and this is the legendary Super Saiyan path. And honestly, this is older, so I would add a few upgrades here to this graph. Like I would add Ikari right here alongside Super Saiyan, because I believe that the Ikari transformation is kind of touching that Super Saiyan transformation a little bit. And it's just, this is not made for DBS Broly. So if I were to edit this, I would probably put Broly right here, DBS Broly. So two parallel branches of different avenues that the Saiyan can go, the legendary or the normal. Now, right here, we have what I was talking about in the beginning of this video. Trunks, Goku, Vegeta, they all talked about how if they, in the Saiyan Saga or the Cell Saga, they all talked about how if they just continued to explode and get more muscles and strength, they would just get stronger and stronger and stronger, mimicking that legendary form. I think all Saiyans can do this. All regular Saiyans can do this, kind of mimicking that. But the only drawback is the speed. So I believe a Saiyan that say wasn't really fighting and was just increasing their strength and their muscle mass to their limits, they could probably get really strong, maybe even get as strong as a Super Saiyan 2, but they just couldn't move. That's the drawback. Same thing here. The legendary Super Saiyan has immense wells of power, strength, speed, all these different things that make them an absolute unit. The only issue is that you lose your mind. That's the issue. And that is why at the beginning of this video I wanted to mark that Goku decided, nah, I'm not just going to do this, I'm going to perfect Super Saiyan, and that's exactly what he did. In perfecting Super Saiyan, he's able to go into, or they're able to go into Super Saiyan 2s, Super Saiyan 3s, and just have a better understanding of Super Saiyan. I would even say that really learning this will give you an advantage in Super Saiyan Blue, which is another Super Saiyan transformation. Or even Beast. Same thing is with Broly. Now, Broly is right here exactly where Goku was. This is Broly at the end of the DBS Chapter 103. This is the controlled state, quote-unquote, C-type. Just regular Super Saiyan. It is the Berserker's version of Super Saiyan. And so he needed to come here, and even though technically he is weaker than, than he was before, he still kind of has access to some of this strength, but technically he is weaker. That is basically it. And so that's why I thought this graph showed it perfectly, exactly, that the legendary Super Saiyan is its own branching form of a Saiyan, you know? And again, this is still a little bit dated because right here, up here, I would have where it's Mystic Potential Unleashed Gohan, I would have right above him Beast, which puts him nicely with the Ozaru, which is exactly where I think that a lot of the Beast power gets its strength from. But that's the thing, see? Lose your mind, all the strength and speed, lose your speed, but you have all the strength. There are draw-offs here that you need to take account for. And the fact that we keep seeing this transformation with Caulifla and Trunks and everything like that in even Dragon Ball Super shows that this is still relevant to the branches of Super Saiyan transformations and forms and species, really. Two different species, really. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at here. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Is Legendary Super Saiyan its own transformation? I like to think it is. And in the Universe 6 language, it's called Berserker because they don't look too fondly on Legendary Super Saiyan. Legendary Super Saiyan is kind of boastful. It makes it feel important and awesome. It just makes it way bigger than what it is. While Berserker kind of puts a negative taste in people's mouths when they talk about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.